So, welcome to our mill. You can see we got all kinds of stuff in here. These are a couple of great wheels. This one is made in, I believe, Rhode Island, and it's about 1790 that it was made. This one here was made locally in Belfast. We're not sure who made it, but its twin has showed up here in town. So we think there may have been a wheel maker here. We're not 100% sure. This is a loom that I picked up at a yard sale. This is a rag rug loom, or a summer loom as they're called. And what we've done is this right here was a rug that Amy's parents made about 40 years ago. Her dad braided it, her mom sewed it all together. So we decided it was falling apart, so we took it all apart, we cleaned all the wool, and now we're making a new rug over there that we've been working on for a long time. There aren't enough hours in the day, but it's a cool repurposing of the project. This is Amy's loom here. This is a Cranbrook. She's making some blankets out of our yarn. I spun her up some warp, and then she's using our worsted. She's almost done with this blanket. It's going to be really nice and comfortable. So we got a full suite of equipment in here. This is our carder. We are set up right now to make bats for hand spinners. It's a McDermott carder, runs great. And once we'll make roving out of here, and we'll put it in all these small cans, and then we'll run multiple cans through our next machine here, which is a pin drafter. And so this is some sock yarn here that I'm making, and this is two types of wool. It's going to have a grayer tint to it. This is kind of a loud machine, but what this is doing is it's lining the fibers up, making them all nice and homogenized. So it goes in as roving on that end and comes out as sliver on the other end. Don't follow me. So we would run multiple ends through this machine to get it to the weight that I want to spin. And this is my sock yarn, so it's kind of what I want to spin anyway. So this has a counter. So that's making sliver. And this heat here is because static electricity is our biggest enemy here. That it's a coal barn, it's an old milking parlor, and we actually had a physicist stop by one time who couldn't figure out why the heat worked. And it turns out that there's enough moisture left in the wool that this heat is atomizing it, which allows it to run continuously without the static buildup. So now we have cans full of sliver, and the sliver comes over to the spinning frame, which is this machine here, and it's fed up over the back here. And this, we weren't prepared to run a big run because we weren't supposed to be doing a mill tour. That's what we got. So now this is going to be a 3-ply yarn. So I would have multiples of 3 to spin here to make the 3-ply yarn. And we feed it into the machine. This is called piecing up. Now it's spinning away. So this is spinning a single ply yarn. And I would have multiples of 3. And when these were all done, it would get plied. So for demonstration purposes, I've got to change my numbers, and we reverse the machine so it runs the other way. I know what my numbers are already because I've been running this for a while now. So now, on the same machine, I can ply all this yarn. So these have already started. So as you can see, we have the 3 singles, and they're going to make a 3-ply yarn. So this will run until these are emptied out. And then what we end up is a full bobbin of a 3-ply yarn. That's a balanced yarn. So it hangs true. We don't have to steam our twist in. So once it's all plied, it comes over here to the skein winder. And this does a measured skein of yarn. And our sock yarn is 400 yards. So there's plenty to make an adult pair of socks, plus having some left over. So this is a 2-yard skein. So this skein's done. Cut it off here. Tie my ends off. We tie them loose so that the dye can get through when we get ready to dye them. Oops. Tie them tight, Jim. And that's it. So this one comes off of here. There's a finished skein of yarn. Perfectly balanced. Ready for the dye pots or the paint brushes. This is one of our barn dogs, Gilly. And then we come over here and everybody talks about how cones and knitting from cones and that kind of thing. So this is how I do my cones. I've got this nifty little machine here, which is a commercial cone winder. So after we dye everything, we recone it and then put it back onto the skein winder, and it just makes a much better looking yarn. You can see how colors are kind of all over the place here. $400 yards is a long ways. Perfect Coney yarn. So what we would do with this normally if it was going to go for sale is we bring it over here. And this is our other cone winder, or skein winder. And this machine is probably from the 1920s. And it'll so put this back into a hank. Go over right by you. Normally we would have all these pegs full of yarn. It's one of my favorite machines. It just chugs along. Again, 400 yards is a long ways. need to tie it off. There's the other end. And this arm drops down. This is one that took me a while to figure out how to do. Get this off of here. Comes in through half like that. Out the other side. And there's a finished skein of yarn.
Pretty yarn.
Yeah. That's all there is to making yarn. So I'm starting to get a collection of kind of more odd machines than just the regular ones that come around. This is a Griswold that I've been told is also an Imperia, or it's an old, it's at the end of Griswold Imperia beginning. Everything works nice, beautiful river dial here. This is a Perfection machine. It comes with 2 cylinders, a 4-inch and a 3-inch. Again, it works beautifully. I need needles for it. This is a Bickford. This one was made in about 1867. It's one of 5 known machines that I know of. This is a Dundas machine. This is another one that the cylinder turns. This is a Pope, a Franz and Pope. Again, it turns well. I bought that at a junk store. And this is a Gearhart machine, but it's badged as the Auto Knitter. Kind of a cool machine there. This is a Stever that's seen better days. It's they were made out of pot metal, and this one's not real strong. Don't think it'll ever run again, but it's actually in better shape than this Auto Knitter. That one's seen better days for sure. But it came with a really cool box. I've got lots of these boxes, but I've never had one with the lid. This is my Lamb flatbed machine. It was pretty crusted up. That's the original box that it came in. So I've got it all apart, and now I got to start cleaning it. These are a few of my winders. And whenever you buy an old machine, you always end up with these weird pieces like this. And these are Swifts. So these go with your winders. So these are a couple of different Swifts. This one's actually, I haven't seen very many of these, but this one is adjustable to go for different degrees of where you would like to have it. This is a Gearhart one with the wooden pieces. And these are some more machines up here. Some Gearharts and some Erlbachers, and I'm not sure what this one is. It's not labeled at all. And then this is our LT150 behind you here that Amy has decided that she likes this machine, and this is the one that she uses whenever she decides to knit. It's a super easy working machine. And then I've got lots of parts and pieces and all that, and my collection of dead spiders over there. But this is my sock table. This is made out of an old barbecue grill and a piece of wood. Works great, holds a lot of machines. And I'm always looking for other machines. You never know what's out there. And then I guess we'll go out and take some pictures of Anna. What's up, Carla? Get this. Hello. Hello, Carla.
Whoa. Hello.
This is Carla. And then this is Izzy. What do you think? This is Earl. He's a goat. He's an adoptee. You come to live on the farm. Yeah. She's a little Icelandic. She's one of 3 of the triplets. So we've been giving her a bottle just to make sure she gets enough, and now she comes running whenever we come out.